welcome back to Miss Mason's online second grade classroom. So this week we're going to continue to learn about the human body, and we're going to focus more on what's inside of our bodies. So last week when we were together, we started learning about the smallest unit of living things inside of our body. What was that called again? The smallest unit of living things inside of our body. Those were called our cells. They were called our... And we learned that cells have many different jobs to do within our body. But some cells have the same function or the same job. What is it called when similar cells do the same function or the same job? Those are called our tissues. They're called our... And not the tissue that you use to blow your nose, but tissues inside of our body. So I made this little chart just to go over some of the things that we learned about in our last lesson. So the first one is cells. So this is what a cell looks like. But remember, a cell is very microscopic, which means it's very, very tiny. So this has been magnified or made bigger so that we can see it. So cells are the smallest unit of life, and they're the body's building blocks. So we kind of talked about how cells are like Legos. So Legos would be the smallest unit when you build a structure or you're building something amazing out of Legos. Each little Lego is the building block. So it's just kind of like the cells. There are millions of cells inside of our body, and they make us up to be a human. Next, we learned that a group of cells that do a similar job or function are called a tissue. So the tissues have also been magnified so that we can see them. And we learned there were 4 different types of tissues. The first one is connective tissue, and its job is to connect things together. The next one is our muscular tissue, and its job is to help our body move. Third one is the nervous tissue, which sends messages to our brain so that our body knows how to react to different things that are happening around us in the environment. And the last one is our epithelial tissue, which acts like armor that protects our bodies from germs or bacteria that we could find in the outside world. So we have learned that cells are the smallest unit of living things in our body. Then we learned that a group of cells that do the same function or job are called a tissue. So today I want us to be listening to find out, well, what are a group of tissues that do the same function or job? What are they called? So make sure that you are listening while we are reading. So I'm going to go ahead and get our photograph set up. It might take a minute for me just to get it to a good spot. If you want to follow along, we are on page 55 of our packet. Remember, not all pages have page numbers, but all of the stories do. Page 55. In the last read aloud, you learned about cells and tissues. Similar cells join together to form tissues. In the same way, similar tissues form organs. So we just found out the answer. What do similar tissues join together to create? They create organs. Organs are part of the human body that perform special jobs for the body. Organs are made up of different groups of tissues. All organs are made up of different kinds of tissues that help them do their job. Can you name any of your body's organs? Your eyes and ears are organs. Your heart and lungs are organs. Your stomach is an organ too. Which of your body's organs do you think is the largest? It's actually your skin. Does that surprise you? You've looked at skin through the microscope, and we've talked about the epithelial tissue that these cells form. So while it might seem odd to think of the skin as an organ, it does make sense, doesn't it? Strong epithelial tissue, also made up of tiny cells, forms an organ with a very large protective covering, the skin. You've learned about 4 different types of body tissue. What are the names of all 4 types of the body tissue? Well, one is the epithelial tissue that forms your skin. Then there is the connective tissue, muscular tissue, and the nervous tissue. Each different type of tissue is made up of similar cells that do the same job. All body tissue are made up of cells. And all body organs are made up of tissues. So the order goes cells, tissues, and then your organs. The system of the human body are organ systems. An organ is part of the body with a clearly defined function or job to perform. Most organs are involved in just one body system. There are 10 major organ systems in the human body. What systems are in charge of helping you move? Last year, you learned about the skeletal system and the muscular system. Your skeletal system is made up of bones and other organs. It's your skeletal tissue that work together with the smooth muscular tissue in your muscular system so that your body can move. What does the circulatory system do? It circulates or moves your blood all around to all the parts of your body. Your heart and your blood, made up of cells and tissues, are the organs in the circular system. The respiratory system includes your lungs, organs made up of cells and tissues that control your breathing. What does your nervous system do? Think about the nervous tissue. Yeah, it sends messages along your spinal cord to your brain. The two organs are the spinal cord and the brain, and both are made up of nervous tissue, full of tiny little nerve cells. Which organ system includes your stomach? It's the digestive system. Your stomach works closely with other organs, each made up of different types of tissues and different types of cells to perform different types of jobs. Soon, you're going to be able to name all of the other organs that work together with your stomach to help you digest or break down your food. Sometimes your organs are a combination of different types of tissue. The stomach is one of those organs. It is made up of tiny layers, including all 4 main types of tissue. These tissues play a very important role in the digestion of your food. We'll take a quick peek at part of your digestive system now. Let's look inside of your stomach to see where these 4 types of tissues live. From the inside to the outside, the first layer of tissue you see is the epithelial tissue. Remember, the epithelial tissue covers and protects the organ. Beneath the epithelial tissue is the connective tissue, primarily blood that carries or connects nutrients to the cells. Who remembers what nutrients are? Nutrients are nourishing substances that are necessary for the growth and for you to maintain life. Smooth muscle tissue lies underneath the connective tissue and helps to move food around the stomach. Stomach muscles squeezes together for about 3 times per minute, continuing to squeeze whether there is food in your stomach or not. It is the squeezing of these muscles that produces that loud rumbling noise you sometimes hear when your stomach is nearly empty. The 4 types of body tissues, nervous tissue, or the 4th type of body tissue, the nervous tissue, is located in the stomach wall. It's constantly sending signals to the brain and make sure that all other parts are working smoothly. Every organ in your body depends on the other organs to work in the right way. When you study the digestive system more thoroughly in the next lesson, you will see that the stomach could not perform the job of the entire system on its own. It needs help. Have you ever heard of your liver? Your liver is an organ located above your stomach that your stomach depends on to do its job. Together with two other organs known as the pancreas and the gallbladder, the liver produces digestive juices to help break down your food. Your liver is one of the largest organs of the body, working as part of several different systems to perform different body functions. You cannot live without your liver. Next time, you will learn more about the very important role that the liver plays in the digestive system. Organs depend on one another. So do the body's systems. Each system depends on the other system to make sure that your body is working properly. For example, blood is carried to all parts of your body through the circulatory system. The circulatory system depends upon the respiratory system to get the oxygen into the bloodstream. Your blood would have no nutrients in it without the help of the digestive system to break down your food. Working together, these different systems provide your cells with the food and oxygen they need so that energy can be supplied to all of your other systems. Without energy, your muscles could not move your bones. Without energy, your brain could not think. When organs stop working properly, body systems break down. The body stops functioning well and you become ill. If your lungs collapse or cave in, there is not enough oxygen to feed or nourish your cells with the things that they need in order to live and grow. If your heart stops, it will no longer pump blood with the necessary nutrients to other parts of your body. When you are doing things like riding your bike or playing certain sports, it's very important to protect your head by wearing a helmet. A head injury could result in damage to your brain, and this might prevent messages from going back and forth between the brain, with the nervous system and other parts of your body. A donor is a person who donates or gives something. Have you ever heard of an organ donor? Believe it or not, an organ donor gives away an organ to save another person's life. Fortunately, modern science has made it possible now that you can replace damaged organs. But sometimes when people are very ill, but they still have a healthy body of organs, they decide to donate their healthy organs when they die to help somebody else. Sometimes it's even possible for people to spare an organ or to go on living healthy lives themselves even if they're not dead yet. For example, you have 2 kidneys. Kidneys are a pair of organs that are located in your lower back. You are going to learn more about these very important organs in another lesson. Your kidney's job is to clean the poisonous waste from the blood flowing throughout your body, preventing many types of diseases. You can now live a healthy life with only 1 kidney. So this is the one organ that can be donated to someone else who needs a kidney. Doctors today can take a kidney from one person's body and transplant or move it into another person's body to help them stay alive. Doesn't that sound like a miracle? I think so. So, the order of our body, it goes, cells, tissues, organs, systems. The human body is organized into 4 different levels. Cells are the building blocks of the body. Without cells, there would be no body tissues and no body organs and no body systems. In fact, without cells, there would not be a single living person or thing on Earth. So the next time we are all together, we are going to discuss the organs that work together to digest or break down your food. Today we looked inside of your stomach, but your stomach is only one part of the food's journey as it travels through your body. Can you name any of the other organs that belong to the digestive system? We'll have to see next time we're together if you are right. Push our pictures out of the way. So, today we learned a lot about what goes in the human body. So can you name one body organ that you heard about today? So we learned about our eyes, our ears, our heart, our lungs, our stomach, our skin, our bones, our spinal cord, our brain, and many others. So we learned that the heart, the skin, and bones are all organs. So what does this tell you about the size, the shape, and the texture of organs in our body? Yeah, we learned that they're all different. Organs can come in many different shapes and sizes, and they're all not the same. So we learned that cells are the smallest unit, and then a group of cells form a tissue, and then a group of tissues form organs. And then many organs work together in a system, So, in the story today, you heard me say the word nourish. This sentence was, if your lungs collapse, there is not enough oxygen to feed or nourish your cells with the things they need to live and grow. So nourish is providing yourself with food that's necessary for your growth. So something that's going to help you grow big and strong. So an example would be the school food provides a variety of food to help nourish the growth of your body. So for a Grow Our Team point today, I want you to text me a sentence of something that nourishes your body. So think about your favorite food. And I want you to send me a sentence that says, blank nourishes my body because. So what is something that nourishes your body? So for a little review, I'm going to go over certain things, and I want you to say that nourishes my body or that does not nourish my body. Soda. What do you think about soda or pop? That does not nourish your body. Eggs. Eggs does nourish your body. Jelly beans. Yes, jelly beans do not nourish your body. Black beans. Those do nourish your body. Squash. That also nourishes your body. So remember, for your Grow Our Team point today, you need to send me a text that says, what is something that nourishes your body? Make sure you're sending it in a complete sentence to get that Grow Our Team point. So today, for your assignment, you have to complete just one page today about organs. So it says, what is the connection between tissues and organs? And just to give you a little hint, when I would say, what is the connection between cells and tissues, you would say that a group of cells work together to form tissues. So what is the connection between tissues and organs? Then there's some vocabulary words: collapse, transplant, and nourish. If you need help remembering what those words are, you can go back and re-watch the video. And the last one, you have organs, tissues, and cells, and you have 3 pictures. So on the bottom, I want you to label what each one is. All right, that's all for now. Make sure that you are liking my video and subscribing to our channel so that you can see all of our videos, and I can't wait to read all of those text messages I'm going to get for a Grow Our Team Point. Bye!